Hello my friends, welcome to our channel, questions and answers on immigration to Canada. Several updates, you have probably heard about those. If not, well, here you go. Updates in Express Entry System which are expected to be rolled out on June 2017. First of all, the one which has been promised, we spoke about it 1,000 times before. If you got siblings in Canada, those in a status of permanent residence or citizens, you would be awarded additional points. Fair enough, self-explanatory, right? It is pretty much continuation of what is going on with the federal skilled worker eligibility criteria. Remember, in eligibility criteria, we spoke about it in recent videos. You are awarded additional points for siblings in Canada. So same story here. Those points would be transferred to Express Entry System. Okay, you would be awarded additional points if you have a brother or a sister who is a permanent resident or a citizen of Canada living in here. Now, next thing, if your first language is French, if you got strong French skills, or you got French plus strong English skills, you would be given additional points. So Canada tries to facilitate entry of francophones, those who would be in demand in certain communities. As far as you know probably already, if you speak French, it's not necessarily your destination should be Quebec. New Brunswick, even Ontario, even Manitoba, they welcome francophones. So facilitation of those francophones entry is now as a strong point reflected in Express Entry System. Now, last but not least, your registration in JobBank would finally become voluntary, which means that it's optional for you when you register in Express Entry System. Finally, because like Express Entry by itself exists this or that way for about 2 years. And over the course of 2 years, I know just a few people who indeed have received invitation in Express Entry System via JobBank to communicate with employers. And not just dozens, probably just a couple of those people actually made their way to immigration via that invitation from an employer in JobBank. So by itself, this system is not working. It's not been working from the beginning. It's not been set up correctly from the beginning, and finally it becomes optional. I mean, yes, you could register in JobBank if you would like to, okay, but again, it is optional. It does not mean that you would be employed in Canada if you register in there. If you want to explore your employment perspectives in Canada, mostly welcome to do so, but as we always say in our course, do not expect JobBank to add you additional points, or do not expect to catch up an attention of Canadian employer just by registering in JobBank. That's pretty much it. So siblings, francophones, and optional registration JobBank. 3 news, 3 points which would be reflected in a new Express Entry calculation in starting June 6, 2017. As usual, of course, in our immigration course, those changes would be reflected. So those who are registered for the course now, those who are participating in the course now, we would be talking about those changes to you as well, and we would be reflecting them in the due time during the course. So well, stay tuned with us. If you want to discuss it in details or find out more, you could leave your comments behind the video or at the bottom of the video. We'll be able to answer them as much as possible, or you could always use our personal contacts at the end of the video to ask your personal question, of course. Stay tuned with us and subscribe to the channel, of course.